I had gone for dinner around Elton John's house, and he sort of did his classic Elton John, darling, you need to dress in Versace and I will hook you up with Versace. So he basically like hooked me up on email with Donatella Versace. She sent me this pink suit. You know, working with, I mean, they're two of my best friends. I mean, Johnny McDaid is the godfather to my daughter. Like, they are my closest friends. And throughout life, I kind of just hang out with them anyway. But when we create music, they sort of push me in musical directions that I would never usually go into. Like, I don't think Bad Habits would have been created if I didn't know Fred Gibson, because he's the one that goes, hey, we should try this out, you know? Because I think at the essence of my core, I am an acoustic singer-songwriter who just writes songs on his own with an acoustic guitar. So I think it's good to collaborate with people and try different things. And this is like the most different solo song I think I've ever done. You know, it's never like been high on my wish list, but it's always been a genre that I've always loved. You know, I grew up in the 90s where, you know, EDM was sort of starting, I guess, you know, like Darude and ATB and Eiffel 65, and you know that was like when I was 6, 7, 8, all that was on the radio. So it's always been in the back of my influences, but it's nice to be able to do a song now and not feel like it's being forced, because it at its core it's an acoustic song with a beat behind it, you know. Kind of happened by accident. Like, I knew I wanted to be a vampire in the video, but I didn't know like what I was going to dress like. And I had gone for dinner around Elton John's house, and he sort of did his classic Elton John, darling, you need to dress in Versace and I will hook you up with Versace. So he basically like hooked me up on email with Donatella Versace. She sent me this pink suit. I loved it. I put it on. As soon as I put it on, I was like, oh, well, I should probably get some glitter and some eyeliner and dye my hair blonde, like look really different, you know. And yeah, it just the look was kind of created by accident. It was a 3-day shoot, so it was like very, very long day, mostly night shoots. The thing I remember the most was I'm terrified of heights, and they put me in a harness and were getting me to jump off buildings as a vampire, kind of like jumping on people. And I was just like so scared, man. I was so scared. And it wasn't even that high. It's probably like 10 meters high, but still, you know, I was very, very terrified. So Fred, who I produced Bad Habits with, released his own album called Actual Life, and there's a song on there called Me in brackets Heavy that is just beautiful. And actually he's got a what's the first tune? Kyle, I Found You. I mean, that album in general, there's probably 3 songs on that album that have influenced this record so much. So I would say Kyle, the second song, Me, Heavy, and Steal My Joy, I would say, or the Big Hen tune. I think those 3 songs, like Fred as an influence, he's a friend, but he's also just a musical genius, and like just being in his world and orbit is great. I think if anyone hasn't heard his record, it's called Fred Again, Actual Life.
Dear Ed, here are your 3 biggest fans writing to you from Taiwan. Since your songs have influenced and changed our life hugely, we launched a Taiwanese fan account at Ed Sheeran Taiwan in 2019, right after your first concert in Taipei on the Divide tour. I remember screaming and jumping with joy after school when I heard the news that you're coming to my country. I also remember that waiting for hours in line just to get to the front row where I could be closest to you. I know every single lyric of your songs, all the way from number 5 collaborations project to your recent new song Visiting Hours. We love that we get to translate and share your posts and everything about you to your fans here. We just can't wait for your new music, Bad Habits, and I hope you will visit Taiwan again soon so you can meet your number 1 fans here in Taiwan. And we will be the most supporting sharers as always, and best wishes to you as well as Cherry and Lyra.
Darcy, Lindsay and Melody, what a wonderful letter. Thank you so much for writing that. I loved my show there. It was fantastic. The culture, the people, it was wonderful. And I hope to be back soon when the world opens up a little bit. The album, I hope you like. I think it's my best work. Bad Habits is as different as it gets. There's a lot of, I mean, you mentioned Visiting Hours. The album kind of is a bit more that than Bad Habits. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you for the continued support. I can't wait to be back, and hopefully we meet.